Right, took me about 10-15 minutes to remove the masking tape, which you can see all the copious pile of masking tape, and a bit there as well. But the black's gone down really nice. I'm going to have to touch that up, but I'm going to do that by hand with a brush. But yeah, I'm really well chuffed on getting in the nooks and crannies with my knife up the edges. It's come out not bad at all. Like I said, I'll probably have to use my brush to do a few nooks and crannies, but real nice. A bit of residue there from the tape, but I can remove that with another piece of tape. But yeah, not bad at all. Actually, I'll have a look down there as well, because I haven't looked down there yet. Yeah, that's not too bad. My modesty cap, that's looking really nice. Inside the barrel where I dremeled out, not bad. Not bad at all. Down the barrel there's some blue tack. I'll remove that at once I've finished all my spraying. Whoops. Around the trigger, not bad. Yeah, that residue there, it's a bit more prevalent with the sunshine. Around the slide, not bad. Where I'd sanded all that off, that's not too bad either. And that trigger, yeah, where I'd got the tape in the nooks and crannies, it's not gone down too bad. So I might have to do a bit of touching up. Nothing too major. Let's have a look underneath there. Yeah, not bad. I'll tell you one thing, I like that number there. That could be like the RMAT issue number. That's not bad. And round the back of the butt stock, yeah, that's not bad either. So generally, that's come out really nice. So there's that black. I use the matte Halfords. That's the stuff I used, matte black, and it says for best results use the grey primer, which I do use. I've been using it for years. So that's my grey primer. Halfords have brought out a new design for the can. But yeah, and it's come out with a little bit of a sheen, but it's nothing too major. But I like that. That's not bad at all, I'm really well chuffed with that. So now what I've got to do now is just mask off the black painted areas for the brown on the main body of the rifle. So hopefully that won't take 2 hours. So let's see what happens. Right, getting ready for the brown coat on the main body of the pulse rifle. So I've masked off everywhere that was black when I sprayed previous. Probably took me about an hour and a half to do this, as opposed to the just over or just below 2 hours for the original part of it. The actual everywhere that was black. Sorry, everywhere that was grey now. Sorry, I should say. So that's that on the other side as well. Now this raised bolt here, I've had to put some blue tack on top of that because I can't get the tape over it. So it's not looking too bad. Around the trigger as well. I didn't do around the trigger on that one because I've just covered that up all over. Straight over the top of it. I haven't wrapped it round because on this one I've got to get inside some of the body here. Particularly difficult was that area inside that indented area, because all that inside there is black. So trying to get the tape in there, just little strips, tiny strips of tape with the mob tweezers. That was quite difficult to get all that in there. And then I just wrapped the underneath grenade launcher and the main barrel with some paper and just tape that up. So we'll see what happens with the brown now. Right, welcome back. I've done the brown coat now. I've still got to take the masking tape on the paper off. I'm going to do it in a moment, but I'm really quite chuffed on how this has come down. The brown is a bit darker than I expected. I think the one from the film is a shade lighter, but the Halfords khaki brown was too light. The Halfords khaki brown was more like a brown that you would paint the Battlestar Raptor in, maybe. But this ain't too bad, even though it is a couple of shades darker than the one from the film. But I'm liking this, it's not too bad. So I'm just going to spend the next few minutes taking the tape off. I've now took all the masking tape off now. There's not much sunshine coming through the window. It's a shame I wasn't here earlier because I've been at work. Because the lighting that I've got just isn't doing this justice with the brown. Now I will admit the brown is a bit darker than it should be. What I've used is Halfords Camouflage Brown. Now there's two types of brown. There's just brown, which is what that is. And there's a khaki brown, which is really light, as I explained in the previous video. That would probably what you'd paint a Battlestar Raptor in. But I am liking this. I mean, I've still got some touch-ups to do, especially in there, look. You can just see in that corner when I haven't got in there properly with the tape. So I've got to do some touch-ups, so I'll do that with my black paint. I've been doing it with my black paint, but it don't exactly quite match. But I suppose once I've sealed this with a clear matte, it should all look the same. Same as on there as well. Basically what happened is when I took the tape off, for some stupid reason, the masking tape took away the black on top of the primer. So I've had to retouch that up. I don't know if you can make out the tear mark on it. On the inside of that, I've just done that by hand. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So I've just sprayed the matte brown into there and just painted it on with my brush. But generally it's not too bad. I've already explained that there, that's got to be topped up. You can still see the primer. But generally underneath it ain't too bad at all. I've still left the masking tape on the counter because when I seal this with a matte coat, once I've the matte clear, once I've done all my detailing and weathering and stuff, I don't want that being clouded up. There you can see that I've still got a bit there. That's probably going to be the brown. Little bit there as well. I'll have to touch that up with a brown. And touch that up with a brown. Around there it's not too bad. Round the barrel at the front, I've still got to get underneath there with the brown if I can. Round there, it's not looking too bad at all. Oh, never know. Oh, that's just the inside of that hole there, where the bullets would come out of, because that's the grenade launcher. You'd actually pop a bullet in there. So I'm not so bothered about that because you're not going to see that anyway. You can only see it with a flash. But up there, it's not looking too bad either. So generally, apart from it being a bit darker than I expected, I'm really well chuffed on how this has turned out. So Craig has sent me the second set of prototypes. Let's get. I don't know why I've just switched the flash on. Let me just switch that flash off. So he's done me a 30mm tall one, and what is that? What's that? Doing this one-handed, and a 20mm deep one as well. Not bad. Right, the one thing I forgot to show you on the Nerf one. Look how that's transparent. That plate, this on there, is only 1mm thick. 17mm deep, but the plastic is only 1mm thick. There's going to be some, you know what kids are like. They'll chuck it around. The mag's just going to go poke through there. I mean, you can even see the indentation if I shine the light at it from a certain angle. 1mm thick. Absolute joke. Right, so let's test these now. So there's my line. 17mm. And it's just meeting the line. Right, let me just pause this a sec so I can put this on the tripod. Right, so I put it on my tripod. I haven't glued it on yet. But this, just putting it inside there like that. And it closes. Obviously it comes off because I haven't glued it on yet, but once that's glued on, you can see how lovely it is, and it fits a hell of a lot better than the back there, and it meets the bottom of the angle plate as well, so that's absolutely wonderful. Because if you look on the if you go on Wikipedia, for the Star Wars Wikipedia, there's also one for aliens called the Xenomorphpedia. And in the variants of the pulse rifle after aliens, there's about 6 or 7 variants. And some of them do come with that extra deep mag plate. And also, some of them are more darker brown than the aliens film as well. So I can actually forgive myself for that. Right, so here's my 20mm deep one. So, putting that in. There we go. And that meets the line a bit better. This is probably the one I'm going to go with, to be honest, but I can keep that as a spare. So that's why Craig sent me the prototypes, because when he lists it on eBay. So there's the mag there. Goes in. Obviously that's still, right, that's a bit stiffer, so that won't come off so easy. But you can see how it meets the bottom of the mag casing. And the bevel's absolutely perfect here, and the bevel's perfect to that at the front. So I'm really loving this. Craig's done an absolutely brilliant job. So just press that button and get the mag back out. Yeah. Right, so that's that done. So you just turn that flash off. So Craig, I know you're watching. This is what I look like. I'm an ugly bastard, aren't I? Yeah. But Craig, you've done an absolutely brilliant job, and I hope these sell like hotcakes on eBay. So with that being said, let's get all these painted. Right, with the daylight coming through the window, because it is now Saturday, when I get home from work, it's going dark, and with the computer room light, it doesn't do it justice on the brown. So there's a better look at the brown with the daylight coming through the window. So that's all that side of the actual main body of the rifle. Turning it round. You see all the brown on the main body of the rifle that side. I've still left the masking tape on there, so I've still got to seal this once I've done all my detailing and weathering. Right, next step, I've got the mag and Craig's 3D printed mag plate. So I've just primed it and then painted it in the matte black on the mag. I put some masking tape on the bottom of there because I want that to be bare plastic of the mag to the bare plastic inside the plate, so when I glue it down. So there's my mag plate. So I've primed all that and then sprayed it in the Halfords Camouflage Brown, and then I've just took the tape out so you can see the actual plastic, green plastic that Craig printed it out in. So, and then just make sure I get the orientation of that right. Just slip that back in there. And eventually I'm going to glue that in there, and then that matches the same as that. So let's glue that mag into the mag plate. I've glued the mag plate onto the bottom of the mag now. So I used Gorilla Glue super glue gel, and using my fuss prototype for demonstration, I put 10 drops in on the bottom of there, on the proper mag plate. So I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I then put the mag plate in, and as per the instructions, I held it for 30 to 45 seconds. And then it needs 24 hours to cure, so what I did is I put the mag into the bottom of the pulse rifle and let it stand the weight of the pulse rifle like that, standing up, and then that held that down into from the mag into the mag plate for 24 hours as per the instructions on the back of the bottle, and it's looking really, really good. So that's what the pulse rifle now looks like. Let's turn the flash on a bit better. Right, so the Thompson bolt, the 3D printing Thompson bolt, I've sprayed that in the primer and the black. I'm just waiting for the black to dry, and then that will be installed. And then we'll follow detailing and weathering. And obviously I've got to paint the 3D printed bullets as well, but this is looking really, really nice. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment.